Barbarians versus Romans. We've got a great themed battle. So, of course, we've got 3 Roman armies taking on 3 barbarian factions. It's going to be the ultimate showdown. Now, of course, barbarians aren't mindless, stupid people as much as the Romans want you to believe. They just, their language, sounded like bar, so they called them barbarians. Anyways, it's going to be a great fight. Of course, Rome is the superpower. They are a well-oiled, trained war machine that is capable for many, different situations in war. They're ready to go, and they're already scaling the walls. So, again, like I said, 3 Roman armies. Excuse that little voice crack. 3 Roman armies. We got Tylus as one of the barbarian settlements, Arverni, and then Suebi. So we got some great Roman factions. This is not going to be a cakewalk for the Romans. It could be if the players are really bad, but if the players are decent, these are some good factions. These are not, crappy low-tier factions. So it's going to be quite the challenge. Right now we got Arverni charging out some Levy Freeman. I have no idea what he's doing. Is he really trying to go for the artillery? Like, what is he doing? I guess he's just trying to slow down the siege equipment. I have no idea. This is an interesting tactic. Maybe he's doing some scouting. I have no freaking clue. But the Roman player over on this side has already breached the walls. Or not breached them. He's scaled the walls with the siege towers. And Tylus has tribal warriors defending. This is a very good unit that can go toe-to-toe with most legionaries. So this is going to be a tough fight for the Romans, especially since he's kind of going in alone right here. So Tylus, there's some guys floating around. Yeah. The barbarians are that much harder when they start levitating and, slingshotting around. But, the barbarians are going to put up a good defense in this initial stand. He's also got some, actually, these are more tribal warriors. Let me guess, he just spammed tribal warriors? Yeah, Tylus is one of the strongest barbarian factions because of the tribal warriors. So this is going to be a bloody fight for the Romans, and you can see they're already breaking. Now, over on the other side, the Romans have already pushed and taken some decent ground. Arverni's going in with the solid Celtic warriors. The Celtic warriors are kind of like the, what do you call them? The thorax? Is that thorax? Is that what they're called? They're not called. Is that what they're called? What are they called? I don't know. I forgot the unit name. But they're kind of like, for the Greeks, they've got the swordsmen. Thorax sounds like a Dr. Seuss thing. And why am I having a brain fart? Oh, I gotta look this up. Okay, it is thorax swordsman. Anyways, I don't know why, but I was like, thorax? Like, that sounds like something from Dr. Seuss. I'm tired. I'm just, mentally, I'm not sharp today, I guess. But yeah, the Celtic warriors are kind of like the thorax swordsmen. They're kind of like they're just a solid backbone type of unit. Very versatile, very good. Anyways, we got the Club Levy, the legendary Club Levy of Suebi. They're pushing forward and trying to hold back some Hastati and I think some more cohort here. So it's going to be a tough fight for the Club Levy. But the thing about the Club Levy, they are probably the best, cheapest unit in the game because they do have Javies and there's a lot of them, 160 per unit. They can absorb a bunch of ammo. They're good cannon fodder, and they can hold their own in combat. Not like a ton, but enough to make them really, really worth it. More Romans coming in as we speak. Some really good Roman units here. And Arverni is layering up his defense, and he's going to start chipping away at these Roman invaders. Tylus is also holding the center here. No attack yet from the Romans. Look at this, guys. They are hanging back, waiting. I don't know what they're waiting for. Oh, I see. Oh! Whoa! Torches are going flying here. They're trying to burn down the towers. That was their plan. I don't know. I don't even think it's worth wasting your time. Just get in there and take them over, Use that Roman war machine, that brute force to just break in there, start slaughtering these barbarians and taking their women for your wives. There we go. Tylus is kicking butt here. This is really promising. I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of rooting for the Barbarians because Rome is so mainstream. You know what I mean? It's so mainstream. So I'm going Barbarians here. I'm going to root for them. Usually I try to stay unbiased, but I usually root for the underdogs. And yeah, Tylus is doing a pretty good job here. They've definitely defeated a lot of units from the Roman army, but there's a lot more to come. He's got some Triarii, which are not going to be a problem whatsoever. We also have another one. These units are good for anti-cav. That's probably why he got them, just in case the Barbarians sallied out. Do we got any Praetorians or anything like? Oh, yeah, Praetorians. Oh, yeah, Praetorians. Praetorians. And Praetorians. No, he's got like 4 of them. This must be an insanely high money game because, you know, Tylus is spamming tribal warriors. Also, guys, I got to work on slowing down the camera a little bit. Some people said that I move the camera around too much and I make them sick. So I'm going to try to kind of keep it less sporadic, more smooth, and kind of zoom in on these fights. It's just sometimes there's a lot going on and I got to just fly around and make sure I cover everything so you know what's happening. But yeah, the fight in the center has begun. Cohort versus Celtic warriors. This is Tylus defending the center. Now, Tylus, most of their tribal warriors are on the right side of the settlement. So this is definitely could be a weak spot for the defenders unless Arverni sends over some reinforcements. But this definitely looks like a solid push for the Romans. Very likely can gain control of the center here unless there's some reinforcements coming up the center. We'll see what happens, though. Let's go back over to the far left where, oh, no, this is not looking good. Rome is breaking through the defenses. Swaby, not surprised here that the club levy are breaking. Again, this is a cheap unit. I mean, look at their uniforms here. I mean, they got, like, pajama pants and their grandma's sweater around their necks. You see that? I mean, they're cloaks. You know, whatever. But, yeah. Club levy, they're doing their best. They're trying to hold back this very elite cohort. But they're doing something. They're doing something. We got some archer support coming in from Arverni as well. Oh, and oh, they're disappearing. Gone. Bye. So, okay. I guess they were like long bowmen or something. Now, we do have some archers from Rome getting into position as well, trying to, I assume, silence the defending archers, trying to support their infantry as they scale the walls. So, of course, this is the deadly auxiliary Syrian archers. These guys are so good. Another archer unit that Rome does not need. What I hate about Rome in this game is that Rome doesn't have any, like, Roman archers, right? They just have slingers, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe they do. I could be misremembering, but they just have Syrian archers, which is kind of annoying. I don't know why they did that. Maybe, like, it makes the Romans a little weaker early game or something like that. But, yeah, the Syrian archers are so freaking good. And here's more club levy. I'm loving the club levy spam. That means Swaby's got some elite units that he's just waiting to use. And here's a better unit here, the Sword Masters. These guys are pretty good. But, yeah, they're just relying on club levy so far. And, again, I think he's trying to exhaust the enemy's archers and Pila and stuff like that. Let's fly back over to the center where the fight is still raging on, and it looks like Tylus has sent over reinforcements. This is a grueling fight for both sides as they continue to battle for the center position. Both sides not willing to give up, and it is absolutely turning into a stalemate bloodbath. But I think eventually, as these battles go, someone will break through, and we'll see who it's going to be very soon. Now, again, very promising for Tylus. Oh! Hey, Swaby sent over some spear wall. I don't know. I wouldn't have gotten spear wall, but again, it just seems like this is good against Cav or something, but I don't know. I think Swaby's just using weaker troops at the start here, saving their elite troops for later. Let's head back over here and see how Tylus is doing. Still kicking butt. He's got the Romans contained, and the Praetorians have made it to the front line. And this is where danger can come into play. This is where you want archers. You know, this Praetorian elite infantry, you definitely want some archers, you know, suppress them and try to get some kills from afar, because these guys are, it's a type of unit you don't want to fight up close and personal. So kill them from afar and take them out. Over here, Tylus is battling it out with the Praetorian guards. Man, these troops got to be so tired. So tired. Tribal warriors falling back a little bit. I think they're reorganizing their lines. They're taking on the Triarii, which are not a big deal. I see why he's moving. The archers have angled their, the Romans have angled their archers to get good flanking fire, and that is pushing Tylus back. That is really good to see from Rome. That's really using your noggin, and this could be trouble for Tylus. They've got to answer back, either with a sally out cav charge, which is going to be hard to do because I don't think there's any gates open, but also they could try to fire back at the archers shooting at them. Dude, what has he got? He's got some infantry up here. I mean, what are they doing? What are they doing? Nothing. I guess they're going to go and take on these Praetorian reinforcements, but I'm looking around. I don't see anything. This is danger. This is really bad for Tylus. He needs archer support here, or he's going to turn into Swiss cheese. And as much as I love Swiss cheese, that's only good when it refers to cheese, not your soldiers, you know? Just saying. All right, now we got berserkers in the mix. The infamous berserkers who care little for their own well-being and just are bloodthirsty. Now the Romans are going to send in reinforcements to try to take them out. Rome is absolutely devastating these soldiers right now. I mean, even with the lower quality Hastati, the younger men, you know, fresh in their military careers, looking for possibly adventure, looking for possibly, I don't know, a way to get out of Roman poverty. I mean, I don't know what, like, maybe they want to be in the Senate and Roman experience in the military will help them gain traction, whatever it may be. You know, Caesar was in the Roman military a long time ago at 18 or so. But yeah, anyways, I said a long time ago as if like he's still alive, you know, a long time ago, you know, old Caesar. Yeah, he was in the military, you know. Yeah. Okay. I mean, obviously he was a general. I mean, that's in the military, but you get like as a you know, a lower soldier is what I'm trying to explain. You get what I'm saying. But yeah, Rome is doing a good job here, but Suebi, they're kind of doing a bend but don't break strategy. They're kind of letting them in a little bit, and they're relying on their archers to get some kills. A very different strategy compared to this right side, but you know, they're falling. I mean, Tylus is falling here. The Praetorian guards are insanely strong, and this was just, yeah, this was to be expected. Unless Tylus has any kind of archer support, they're not going to beat these Praetorians, especially considering these tribal warriors, they have been fighting for a while. The Praetorians are fresh, skilled, veteran soldiers that, you know, this is not their first rodeo. So they're here ready to party. So, and then here comes Rome flanking around with Triarii and another unit of Praetorian Guard. And look at 151, and they have 85 kills. They've lost 9 men, but gained 85 kills. And so they're going to have to fall back, and the outer walls have been conquered. But here's the thing about this map, guys. It is very much a two-tiered settlement. It is very much a very defendable settlement if played wisely. I really like this map, and the reason for that is just one, it's interesting. I like the inner defense. It's like it has 2 walls in this settlement, you know, the first wall and then the second one. So looking at this, we kind of zoom out because we are at a little bit of a slower point in the battle, and honestly, Suebi should probably fall back as well. There's no point to being so far up because they could get flanked from the right flank there. You know, so because his teammates are falling back, he should probably fall back as well. So anyways, let's look at this approach here. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you can notice how the soldiers are going up this way. I don't know if the developers, probably not, intended for this to be a pathway, but you can sneak attacking units up this way and attack. This is something that sometimes players don't know, and when they're defending, they don't have any units over here ready for it, and you can sneak some units by and get them. Now, I don't think that's going to happen with these guys, but so basically, let's look at the different paths that you can take here on this assault. So you can take the main path forward. You can take the side path here, center, right? You can also attack, I don't know if, I think, yeah, you can go up here. You can push further down into the city and go around here. And then over on the right side, from the defender's perspective, there's a long trail of a mountainous area, and you can push along there and get behind this way. So this is a position that has a lot of potential attack paths, and it's going to make it very difficult for the defenders to maintain this. Let's hope that they have still a lot of troops left to maintain all the different points of entry, because if they don't, Rome is just going to easily overwhelm them. Now, looking at the balance of power, I would say it's slightly in favor of the attackers, but that's pretty normal. The attackers tend to have more troops, more money, that kind of thing. So I do believe that the defenders do have a good chunk of reserves in this settlement. I like their defense so far. I don't think they've done anything too bad here, any big mistakes. I mean, other than sallying out that Levy Freeman at the beginning, which was kind of weird, I don't think they're doing anything too bad. I like the aggressive defense with the Tireless Warriors. You know, they eventually got wiped out. I think he probably could have fallen back when the Praetorians started arriving, because there's no way you're going to beat them. So I think he could have fallen back a little bit sooner, but I like the fact that he put up a stand in the front. Same thing over here, guys. They made the Romans pay. I like this. I mean, you have a settlement for a reason with walls. The goal here is to make the attackers pay for every inch, and they more or less did that. I mean, he defended with Club Levy. I like that too. They're saving their elites for later in the defense. Now, I don't know if historically that would be, I mean, I guess historically they would do that too. They would kind of save their elite veterans for the very end if it came down to it. It's kind of one of those things that you hope you never have to use. But if you do, you've got this elite guard, kind of like the old guard for Napoleon. You know, I think Roman armies, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm no Roman military expert or anything, but Hastati tend to be like the first to go in. These are like your young men that have a lot of energy, that they might not have as much experience, but they're strong, they're young, and, you know, the stamina is there. Where you could have kind of a little bit of an older soldier that is kind of in the more of the rear, because, you know, they might be stronger. I mean, men tend to get stronger as they get, you know, older, but they lose out on that stamina. I don't know. I'm just going into like human and not, you know, whatever. I'm just speaking out of my butt, basically, is what I'm talking about. You know, I'm using bro science right now. So, but yeah, I mean, obviously in these time periods, having good cardio is going to be very important, because, I mean, even a short 5-minute battle like this would be exhausting, you know, and that's why often Romans would like change out the front line and cycle soldiers very efficiently to keep that fatigue going, to keep their soldiers fresh, because, yeah, 5 minutes of fighting, you're just like exhausted and you're fighting for your life. So, yeah, it's important to be obviously fit. But yeah, nice little stand by Swaby. A little risky again, but I think he likes this arrow tower that he has here, because arrow towers are important to keep active, because it's like having an extra archer unit. Extra archer unit. It's my lunch is coming up. That's disgusting. Because, you know, it's like a little machine gun turret that can support your units down below. He's also got some archers over here that are getting some great fire on the Syrian archers, keeping them back. So it does seem that they are holding on to the archers. Way back over here, look at this. More tribal warriors, and they've kind of got the Romans in a pickle. I think the Romans were expecting to easily go through this mountain pass, and the tribal warriors kind of got them by surprise. The Romans are blobbed up here. 4 units in one little area. This is not good for the Praetorian Guard. They also have an archer tower over here, and they've got artillery. Please tell me they might be out of ammo, but this would be an absolute killer position. Look at this, guys. I mean, it says here that they already have 170 kills. I imagine that they're out of ammo, but they still look like they're ready to fire. It could be just like a cosmetic, you know, look, but I don't know. They might still have ammo, but this blob right here of Praetorian guards, this would be an insane shot. This is taking out, like, it's like stealing their gold. It's just, you're destroying these veteran units with heavy rocks. I mean, this is ideal here. So hopefully he uses it, but this is a great little ambush by the tribal warriors. And he's kind of got him surrounded, guys. And the Romans, oh yeah, I wonder if he kind of got him surrounded. I don't know how he did that. Maybe he had a hidden unit up here or something. But yeah, this is huge. This is absolutely massive. This is definitely going to be, yeah, look at the balance of power. I would say it's shifting in favor of the defenders, guys. Let's go. Barbarians. You know what I'd absolutely love to do? Do a noob versus pro match, but the noobs will be on defense and they'll get Rome, and then, or any other really powerful faction like the Seleucids or something, but Rome is like really good, especially on defense. And then have pro players, and they have to take like the bottom of the barrel type factions like Odrysian Kingdom. I mean, Odrysian Kingdom can be good in like a pitch battle, but in a siege battle, they really struggle because they don't have a lot of defense against, you know, archer fire. So kind of having like the pros play as these crappy factions against noobs with really good factions and see if the pros could come out on top. You know, and I use pros loosely. I just mean like veteran players. That would be really cool to see. I might set that up during a live stream or something. If anybody's interested in taking part, whether you're a noob or you're a pro, no in between. No, oh, I'm okay at the game. None of that. I want crappy players and good players. And look at that. The Praetorians are breaking, and the Barbarians take a massive victory here against these guys. And look, oh, he's using Intimidate. That probably pushed them over the edge. They're like, we didn't sign up for this. I've seen too many battles. I've watched too many of my brothers die. I am out of here. These guys probably won't even make it out alive. And now we've got some Triarii coming in, but it's a bit too late as they wiped out the Praetorian Guard. And the Triarii are going to get destroyed. They're just not equipped, at least in this game. They're not equipped to fight against the swordsmen, which is kind of crazy because spears kind of beat swords historically. You know, they've got that reach. You don't have to be super skilled with it to be effective with it. They're cheaper to make, you know, that kind of thing. But in Total War, you know, theory, the swords are better. I guess it depends on the situation too and the training and whatever, but yeah, Rome is attacking the center. The Barbarians have this well defended. Rome's gonna probably have to send up more reserves up here. Look at this. Some Gallic hunters coming down. They're out of ammo. What are they going for though? What could they possibly get by surprise? Well, they're running down here. This could have been a misclick. He could have probably told them to shoot at something, and for some reason they decided to run through here. Yeah, these archers are, what is this? Like, why would you throw away these archers like this? Even if they're out of ammo, they're still effective in close combat, but out in the open like this, you're gonna get them killed. What is happening? Why are they out here? Swaby, on the other hand, holy moly, making these Romans pay. Look at Swaby go here. The sword masters, they're a good unit. They've got 88 kills. This one's got 132. And remember, most of these kills are Romans. They're good quality kills. Chosen swordsmen. I mean, yeah, they're holding over here so effectively well. And again, I think it's that arrow tower. It's really helping them out. The Romans are now having to play a more conservative strategy. They've got some slingers doing some slinging, trying to get some kills from afar. You got Praetorians protecting the slingers. I don't know what the plan is here with the sword masters. Why charge like 27 men against 110. Like, that doesn't make any sense. But I guess they're, I don't know. I have no idea. Like, I like to keep, even if I had depleted tired units, I like to keep them alive because you never know when they can flank or reinforce a front line. You don't want to just throw those men away. But now we got more sword masters. It looks like Swaby's going to get aggressive here. They got a fresh unit. Look at this sword master has 132 kills and still has 125 men. That is crazy, as the Zoomers would say. That's crazy. These Praetorians are cooked. Yeah. Now there's, oh, they're going for the kill. They're encircling the Romans, and the Romans are having to evacuate out of the city. Look at this. They're fleeing. They're getting their archers out of there. Now, and I don't think anyone's coming over to help them. This Roman army's probably too focused on fighting the front line here. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, wee, wow. This battle seems to be going downhill for the Romans so quickly. Tylus using their tribal warrior spam. Doing a great job. Doing a great job. Legionary cohort, they're moving up. 76 men. Got some war dogs here. What the heck? War dogs, why? They're just not worth it. And the center looks like it's going okay. But the fact that the flanks are losing so badly. This doesn't seem, they need more than this. They definitely need more than this.
Double time!
All right, so now they're going to take back this arrow tower. I love the aggressive play by the barbarians here, Swaby and Arverni. They could even now flank over here on this side and get some good charges over here or something. I don't know if they are. They're going to probably keep these men alive. But I think he's just going to capture this arrow tower and just get on the walls. Kind of protect them from the archers. We'll see. I wonder how much ammo is left with these archers. I mean, they do have over 100 kills. This one has 60, so they might still have a lot. It really just depends. It's hard to tell. I wish there was, like an Attila, it'll show you how much ammo they have left, but I kind of like it not showing. You know, I mean, it shows when you're playing live, but not in the replay or to your enemies, right? Oh, here we go. Here's some bow women. Bow women. Nice.
Back now!
And now a gruesome fight in the center. Lots of Romans, lots of Syrian archers trying to push through. We've got supporting units, the tribal warriors. I mean, holy crap, he's just pumping these units out of a factory or something. This is ridiculous. They must have played on insane money. They must have. Now, at this point, I'm kind of rooting for the Romans because, well, hold on. I mean, Tylus is breaking here. He's got some tribal warriors breaking. He's got 2 more here. They're fighting some cav for some reason. He's got archers. Oh, I mean, there's really not that much here. There could be a chance that he he chips away down on the units of these tribal warriors. I'd move the archers kind of more over, over here so they could fire at a more of an angle. So he might be doing that now, but yeah, he desperately needs to do that because these units aren't going to hold forever. They're outmatched by the tribal warriors. So I think he's going to reposition them and get some good flanking fire. About time. The center still looks really good for Rome. This is looking promising. More and more units having to come from the reserves and plug in the gaps here for this defense. Back this way, the Romans are fleeing a artillery crew. You can take them out. These archers can handle that. The general has sallied out and is running down these bow women, which is kind of crazy because the bow women do have spears, but I guess they got a good charge on them. And then we've got some Romans this way, some archers trying to regroup, consolidate. So there we go, and then a bunch of bow women coming around here. Now, do the bow women have ammo? Well, they do have a considerable amount of kills. So it's very possible that they do have some ammo, maybe half ammo, I'm not sure.
Advance!
We got a little bit of a fight over here. Our Verney sending us some random units of chosen swordsmen. They're down to 17. They're going to get charged, most likely break. That was cool. The Romans are going to send back some insurance as well, just to make sure they kill these chosen swordsmen. There it is, that they finally break. Let's see how the archer play is doing here. They've got their archers in a better position. They're now firing. How did their... Wait. How is their legionary cav behind him? He must be like trying to run through them, but they're just sending them to the meat grinder to die. But they're getting chewed up, guys. I mean, they're getting shot, but 262 kills. And this one has 140, and this one back here has 268 kills. That is insane. This is not an ideal position for these tribal warriors, but it feels like they have no choice, because if they retreat, they're going to get chased down by this cav, general's bodyguard. So Rome is still trying to fight this one out, guys. I mean, it's definitely going to be an uphill battle, but it is certainly possible. Now we got two generals going after the chicks. They're like, oh, hey, you see those women over there? Let's go charge them. It's like, I don't know. They're cav units. They're trying to run down these archers. We got one unit of cohort coming this way. And they're going to confront these sword masters. This is a dangerous game that Swaby's playing. He's getting uber aggressive. You got to be careful here. I mean, just because Rome is a wounded tiger licking their wounds doesn't mean they can... You know, it doesn't mean they won't throw some punches or surprises on you. So you got to respect them, even though they're down a little bit. And we also have the general over here of Swaby closing in. Sword masters, 160 men, have not seen any combat. He's thirsty for some Roman blood. Let's see if he charges in and supports here. The Romans need to send back another unit. This Roman general's down to 4. He's charging in. It looks like the general's still alive. Oh my gosh, why did he do that? Why did he charge them? Why did he charge? He needs to send a unit back here to protect the flank of these cohort. Oh, why are you running near these guys? They've got javies. Oh my gosh. I get it. You see some archers out of position, but these archers have spears. They have spears. And they're women. You know? I don't know. I don't know why I said that, but... Oh! Oh, some friendly fire. Oh, and they just slaughtered the general. Guys, that's... Yeah, that's it. The Romans are spent here. Wow. I don't think they have enough. I mean, look at the balance of power. I think they are, again, as the young people say, cooked. The Romans are cooked. They might win over here, the Romans. We'll see. We're down to the last 46 seconds, and yeah, I don't see Rome winning this in 46 seconds. And the fact that the general is dead, they have no leadership. They're running out of men. Oh, there it is. There's the chain route. Oh yeah, there it is, guys. That's gonna be the battle. The barbarians are gonna. Now, it's to credit the Roman players. This is a tough settlement to attack. I'm really glad to see the barbarians win this one. I always expect the Romans to win. I don't know why I expect that, because usually Roman players lose. But it's also submitted. This battle replay was submitted by one of the Roman players. So, usually people submit victories in and not defeats. So can we please get a round of applause right now for the person who sent this in? Let's go ahead and end the replay here. Is it Mr. Trash Guy? Let's see. Man, all their armies are similar. I don't know. Hold on, let me look. Yeah, I have no idea. It's one of the three guys here, but nonetheless, thank you so much for the battle replay. And of course, if you guys want to submit your own battles, this was a great one. I love themed battles, instead of just like random factions. I love battles that have a little bit of a theme, like barbarians versus Rome, Carthage versus Rome. You know, maybe a barbarian battle where you have all these, like stuff like that. It's really, really fun to watch. And then JD Vance over here playing as Swaby. He did great. Yeah, look at this. This is too much. Like, I feel like the tribal warrior spam is a little broken. I think you got to have some rules that it's like max, 8 of a unit. This is just way too much. Maybe have less money. Less money would also be, this is something you got to look out for. But yeah, again, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to the players. This was awesome. I enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys next time on the battlefield.